Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Computers 1 replay. I spawn on the south side as the US player who submitted this replay to me while on the Twitch stream. We have Magno. Spawn on the north side as the Wehr player. We have Vesat Eiwalter. I probably butchered that. Pioneers capture some points. We see only 2 pioneers for the Wehrmacht player. For the US player, we see 2 sets of engineers. Barracks going on down. Pretty standard so far.
Barracks complete, as ordered.
And now we've got a squad of riflemen. Engineers capturing the missions point now. Fuel point being captured up. Pretty standard. Nothing too crazy just this moment. Let's see now. Is it going to be a motorcycle, Volksgrenadier, or MG42? I'm guessing Volksgrenadiers. I've always tried to guess, and half the times I'm wrong. And most of them more closer to most of the time, but Volksgrenadiers. Rifleman course being employed out there. We may see a Jeep later bit on. Probably will likely see a Jeep if there's a sniper. And we do see a Jeep right now.
Must be napping. We took the point. No contact.
VP has been captured. Sometimes actually people tend to skip the VP for the time being, so he's going for a little bit extra VP lead.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending.
And the munitions point has been captured up by the rifleman. Fuel point will be captured up shortly. And now do have the Jeep out in the field. Do we see a motorcycle or MG42? Could be more Volksgrenadiers. More Volksgrenadiers. Motorcycle, not motorcycle, Jeep making its way forward, trying to perhaps get some harassment done. Oh, thank you for the follow, Kelgata. 199000000. I have no else to say that other than saying all the numbers individually. Volksgrenadiers are starting to be engaged by the Jeep, getting knocked around by the Jeep. Not a whole lot of damage on the Volksgrenadiers in comparison to the Jeep there. Sorry, I cannot speak that language. I have no idea how to read that. My apologies. Oh, this is submitted to me by Magno, so I'm assuming it's going to be good if it's submitted to me. Volksgrenadiers, let's get some good damage there onto the Jeep.
Hey, just let me grab my tool.
Engineers will go ahead and get it repaired on up. This is, of course, the cutoff point, which will be denying this fuel, this munitions, and potentially that fuel as well. Volksgrenadiers going for the fuel point as well. This Volksgrenadier point will go ahead and decapture that point, so maybe a good idea to stop capturing it up and go back to the head cover. Rifleman coming for a nice little flank here as well, so it will be forced back. Jeep is probably not fully repaired right there. Yep, a little bit wounded, but does force back the Volksgrenadiers. Engineers do fall back as well, as we got this Volksgrenadier not decapturing that point now. Let's say stop decapturing it, if they ever even started it. Pioneers are falling back to that heavy cover now, and this Volksgrenadier is just going to be overran by all the riflemen squad, so best to fall back early. We got a Flamer Engineer right there, and this point has been recaptured by the riflemen. Jeep has doing a good job bowling around these forces. Engineer and riflemen getting some great damage and in forcing back the Pioneer squad. Volksgrenadiers are backing away now in negative cover. The MG42 has been poured out field, trying to set on up, being getting bullied around by the Jeep itself and getting stuck right there because I can see the big circle of it actually trying to be deployed. Yep, well, I can zoom out that a little bit there. Sorry, sometimes I forget that the default zoom can actually be zoomed out a little bit. Riflemen are captured that strategic point over there. That is a cutoff point to deny that munitions and fuel income as these Volksgrenadiers are advancing. Trying to eye for this munitions point here and perhaps this fuel point here.
After one of our munitions points.
Or it could be eyeing for the garrison itself.
The men are formed up, sir.
Strategic point has been captured up there.
Center up. Taking small arms fire!
Over here, the Rifleman squad is going to get overran by the Riflemen and Pioneers. Though these Pioneers do not have a flamer. Thank you.
We are losing a sector.
All depends on what, where to advertise. Though I could probably mention it on, so there's a Discord channel called like Last Ride. Though right now I just been doing a schedule of casting various certain games on certain days. So right now it's sort of set like every Thursday afternoon or generally around 5 EST PM to cast Computers 1. So I may be doing some more casting. Since I have a huge backlog of replays for Computers 1 to cast, maybe I may do a little bit more this weekend as a little special event. MG42 getting hit by multiple flamers right there. This one, however, may get wiped out, though he may get the MG42
Enemy
entirely as
unit
well.
down.
Does wipe with the MG42. That flamer engineer does manage to tape out of there as well. This one is going to try to get inside the garrison now, and the Volkswagen do fall back now. Actually, the Riflemen get inside the garrison.
Quit your yapping and get ready to move.
Mission point being captured on up. Jeep is getting repaired on up.
Objective secured.
Mission point being captured up. We got the fuel point being captured up over here as well. And now we got this fuel point being captured up as well.
Routes are grabbing territory for
Volks Grenadiers are advancing, getting some damage there onto the Riflemen. Of course, with a bit of light cover there, the Volks Grenadiers will get some good work done. Riflemen are now nice and close. This Volks Grenadier is just trying to get reinforced. Could push a little bit forward to help support this Volks Grenadiers. 4 models remaining, and the Rifleman squad will have trouble maintaining the region once the next squad shows up. Jeep fully repaired. We got this Rifleman squad captured the munitions point now. As these Volks Grenadiers. Wait. It's just me, or they're moving really, really slowly.
We are taking fire!
Pioneers captured the munition points now. Volks Grenadiers pushing way forward. There is a
losing
flamer
ground
engineer
out
there,
there.
so it could cause some damage there. It all depends on how the engagement goes.
Kinda like the garage back home.
If this is the garage back at home, I am concerned of where you're living at. Or working at. Because I'm pretty sure even garages back home had canvas roofs. Even though this was 1944, and depending what year he got drafted into the military, I'm pretty sure most places don't have a canvas roofs for a garage, even during that time frame.
Engineers, get the piss pounded out of them.
Volks Grenadiers are out along this road. There's not negative cover right there, but still it's open ground. They do get forced back right there. Volks Grenadiers are not captured at this point
We are
here. Both
losing
players have
contact
one
with one of our
VP,
sectors.
and now these Rifleman squads are advancing forward. Flamer Engineers advancing, trying to get some damage there on the
We are
Volks
losing a
Grenadiers.
munitions sector.
Section under fire from
Now here, the minesweepers have been spotted there by the engineers. We do got the Pioneers here. They will be forced back by the Jeep, given enough time. They likely will decapture the point, however. We do got a 234 armored car deployed on out. And now I've got the Volks Grenadiers behind the light cover there with the flamers. Multiple flamers. That guy's going to get forced back very soon. But now we've got the 234, and I have not heard the sticky bomb research just yet, so likely he does not have sticky bomb research just yet. But do have a Greyhound being deployed on out, and in return, this may need to be upgraded to a 50mm. Riflemen are capturing this point up, and so is these engineers.
Yes, sir. Rifles here.
And that is a 50mm even before the Greyhound comes out?
Door is ours.
Okay. And even if he would say, oh, potential signs of map hacks, That's still, like, it's pretty safe assumption your opponent's gonna go for a Greyhound. But the 50mm is an unusual thing to see this immediately. Now, I probably should not bring up map hacks. It's relatively common to see an early Greyhound, so going for an early 50mm is probably understandable. It's a very unusual item to see at this point in time. Oh, these guys are so stacked up. If that would have got direct hit, these all would be dead. Next shot, and both of them misses. Greyhound been deployed on out of the field, of course. Going for the 50 cal. The armor skirt's already been upgraded. Oh, that Puma needs to start hitting this Greyhound as soon as possible. We do have the Jeep deployed over here, getting some good damage onto the Volksgrenadiers as the engineers are pushing forward over the right side. Got riflemen and more engineers over here. Wait, 4 engineers? I was wondering, like, I was counting engineers. Like, there's apparently 4 engineers on the field. Not 3, but 4.
Gassed up and good to go.
Greyhound getting its new paint job, trying to repair those scratches. Gotta hide those up. Greyhound does roll a miss there. 50mm Puma does find a hit in return.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Repairs complete.
Good hit there on the MG42. 50mm finds a shot there on the Greyhound. Very nice. But the MG42 receiving more hits in return. Another landmine being deployed out there. Very nice. These landmines can be very important in the near future. Now we got another AT gun deployed on out, which will be useful hitting those 2, 3, 4s. There's of course 2 of them, and there's only 1 Greyhound.
Ready for another beating. Squad reinforced. Taking fire.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Volksgrenadiers are decapturing the central VP.
Ready to fight, sir.
I still think I actually heard the...
Vehicle knocked out.
That was a lucky Panzerfaust. Sure, getting the Jeep kill was nice, but he detonated a landmine, which is very nice. Volksgrenadiers will back on out of there. Will escape. No problem. Got another 2, 3, 4, so this is now a 3rd one. Only one of them's upgraded to a 50mm. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht cleric. We only see 1 50mm at the moment. AT gun right here. Do you see any light vehicle veterancy? I don't know why. There seemed like if 3 vehicles deployed out, I'm pretty sure they're going to see light vehicle veterancy relatively soon.
They must have raided the Hilfsschule to find new replacements.
You guys played to point out some landmines. Very nice. This may be spotted, however, and could be detonated with a stray shot. That landmine actually may have been destroyed by a stray shot, not necessarily detonated. Same difference in this case. But didn't take out the engineers along with them. Riflemen are skirting around up behind light cover. MG42 set up in the region, suppressing one of the squads.
Yeah, Puma here.
He does have 100 munitions here, so if he wants to get an extra 50mm, he can. Volksgrenadier catch with the munitions. We do have some being deployed out here. An AT gun, very understandable. There's 3 vehicles there. Extra AT guns never hurt. And some more landmines here and there. Also could be quite nice. If you were to try to rush down one of these Pumas or try to flank the AT guns, finding the landmines is what you do not want to see. 50mm advancing.
Yeah, under fire.
Finds hit there, gets the gunner. That 50mm is doing a good job of keeping the Greyhound away.
Now we can sniff out those mines.
Nebel Warfare. Very nice. That would be very useful hitting those AT guns in these opponents' building.
Crop troops are sniffing around our asses.
Nebel Warfare firing, and not so sure exactly where, but I have a feeling maybe around it, right around here.
Aye.
Yep, raining right there, getting good hits there on the rifleman. Finds a decent hit there on the AT gun. Doesn't actually stay out the incendiary effect. does back out of it either way. Now we've got some medical kits to deploy on this Volksgrenadier. No veterans in the Volksgrenadier just yet. And we've got more Volksgrenadiers advancing with the Pioneers. Rifleman squads are getting suppressed and pinned. Greyhounds advancing, trying to hit that MG42. It also has been affected by the medical crates. This Volksgrenadier squad make it wiped out. Going for a Panzerfaust. Connects 3 Panzerfausts right there.
Our forces are taking casualties.
That is a very big loss for the US player. He will need to get out. Oh, he has 2 AT guns to ward away the light vehicles, but that's still going to be a lot of fire. We've got something else being deployed out there. It's going to be another Nebel Warfare. Another Nebel Warfare. Nebel Warfare's use support weapon veterancy, not light vehicle veterancy, but we do got actually support weapon veterancy right there. Which also does, of course, affect the Pioneers as well and the MG42. Oop, finds a landmine.
Volksgrenadiers, quick drop! Get back in the action!
Nebel Warfare barrage raining on in somewhere over here. Nope. A little bit far this time. Riflemen advancing, getting some good hits there onto the Volksgrenadiers. MG42 is suppressing down this rifleman. And 234 is getting some good damage right there. Volksgrenadiers do capture the munitions point, but they will need to fall back. Second Nebel Warfare has been deployed on out. Very nice. And this rifleman squad is falling on back. Good hits there on this AT gun. Getting some damage on there makes it easy for the autocannons to overrun it and quickly decrew it. You may need to fall back, take it all the way back to the triage center to get it healed up. Engineers making their advance. And they potentially will be able to flank this MG42. Autocannons, however, are along the flanks there. No veterancy on them just yet. Nor any in the queue. Flamer squad has received quite a bit of fire there. One of the units got destroyed. And that was the 50mm one. So that actually is a bit of a loss, but there's no more Greyhounds for it to kill off. We do have a Hellcat here, which that could have done some damage, not a whole lot though. This Hellcat will of course be a hard counter to hunt down these scout cars. We do got the Nebel Warfares falling on back, and do have another scout car being deployed on out. That is going to be the wrong option. He needs a Stug at this point in time. Of course we know that because we have caster vision. Autocannon's getting some great work done right there. Now Hellcat's advancing, does get a nice AT gun shot onto the Puma as well. Lines another shot, rolls a miss there. Hellcat advancing. He does cancel the
now been assembled in our reserves.
Stormtroopers, huh? He does cancel the Puma. And the Stormtroopers are being upgraded with a pair of Pentrix now. Does suppress those squads. Ooh, airborne. So we know what doctrines both players gone for. Let's keep the US player selected so we can see these abilities being called on in. Because you know that Stormtroopers, nice boring ability. Unit's fun, but I'm just saying compared to like seeing what's needed to be deployed out, there's going to be a lot of possibilities with the airborne. Nebel Warfare seeing some great hits there from the Puma. Got efficiency 2 in the support weapons as well. Let's get it destroyed there. One Pentrick has been upgraded. And it's going to be charging forward. And I think he did see the Stormtrooper and it decides to run forward because he knows that Stormtrooper is going to be upgraded with Panzertrex. The chance of him going for STG's sign is highly unlikely. And at the current rate, he probably knows his opponent's not new.
Circling for orders.
Oh, bombers already. A bit far from munitions. Maybe a good idea to not actually have that ability consume the command points. As of right now, he's not going to use that ability anytime soon. He needs a lot of munitions. Does not get any crushes there on the Stormtroopers. Does see a pair of Panzertrex shots there. The autocannon's going to charge him forward, trying to body block the Hellcat, and does get some hits there. Panzerfaust does connect. Panzertrex does get killed there. Very good body block there. Though it probably would have gone down out of the way because that Panzerfaust would connect, damaging the engine. allowing them to easily run down the stormtroopers. Hellcat advancing. AT guns getting overran. These landmines, that landmine does get avoided.
We hold the initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
Engineers, flamer engineers, and riflemen advancing. No bars just yet. Nothing being queued either. Stormtroopers here. Could have potentially got crushed being so close to that carcass. That's gonna main gun destroyed right there. Patrick's lining up another shot there. He needs to get that Hellcat just out of there. It's unlikely he's going to stay around long enough to stay getting kills. Engineer squad needs a fall back, severely wounded. 2 minesweepers here. Lost one of the flavor engineers. Rifleman squad suppressed, and then that one does go out of control thanks to the AT gun. The other one severely wounded. It has its main gun destroyed. Structure does go down there. Nebel Warfare Barrage raining on top of the AT gun. Let's get some good hits there, suppressing it as well. He will be braving the fire, does get decrewed there, and the gun is slowly being singed, destroyed.
Roger, Hellcat here.
And Hellcat will get some much needed repairs.
A paratroop unit is ready to make their drop.
Paratroopers are now available. Oh, the stormtroopers.
Krauts are grabbing our territory.
There, he does go down middle of a 7-10 split of landmines. So he does do a full retreat there. Do we see any minesweepers of the pioneers?
Pioneers here.
No, we do not.
Hellcat, ready.
Hellcat's advancing, skirmishing around. He may receive a passive fire shot right there.
Engineers taking fire.
And all the flamer engineers are advancing. You got the Volksgrenadiers. The flamer does get suppressed, doesn't get any flamer bursts off. Riflemen are advancing, not fully reinforced. This one is reinforced, but not fully healed. This one gets suppressed as well by the MG42. Great suppression there. Nebel Warfers are raining on in. Now we got this Hellcat advancing, trying to get some kills there. Does claim a AT gun there. Very nice. Rolls a miss there with the Hellcat. Patrick does roll a miss there. Another miss there. Does get a pen there. Needs to go ahead and get out of there. Fire shot. Damaged engine. Oof. That's not good. And strafing rounds 150 munitions, so if he can somehow stay alive for another minute and a half, he's able to perhaps call that in, but it's going to be a dead Hellcat. Stormtrooper's going to be pursuing it.
We have contact.
And does get the kill there.
Casualties.
Probably a good idea not to go for any more Hellcats for the time being.
What are my coordinates?
Though going for some observation posts and some munitions points wouldn't be half bad. This would be very tempting, the high yield one. Engineers do force back that Volksgrenadiers.
They're taking one of our points.
Sniper on deck. Who do you want dead?
Fresh U.S. sniper to help lead his opponent. Does have to be worried about those Nebel Warfers. Speaking of which, there's something else being built there. It is an armored car. A lot of resources for the Wehrmacht player. If he keeps those munitions, he actually is going down the other line now. He's going for manpower bullets, so he's going to be facing against a lot of armor, likely probably a lot of Panzer IVs, Austrians, and Panthers. At this point in time, Panthers are not needed. Panzer IVs wouldn't be half bad, but Austrians, I'm maybe potentially see some Vet 3 Austrians. Rifleman squad does decapture the VP there. We've got these riflemen here. Both these riflemen squads are not doing all too well. Your sniper does get a kill there. First kill. And his rifleman squad's fully pinned, needs to fall back. These guys are trying to retreat back. Maybe trying to keep that rifleman there to absorb some fire, but the rifleman squad's about to be wiped out. Does save that rifleman squad. The other rifleman squad does fall back. The engineers need to fall back as well. He gets
Germans are taking one of our
annihilated by
points.
the autocannon. And that's unvetted as well. At least I don't think it's vetted. When you're out of range, vision range, it does change the efficiency. Yeah, it is unvetted.
Ready to prowl. Reporting.
30 cal emplacements find some hits there on the Volksgrenadiers.
Sniper ready for battle.
Now we do have a Nebor for barrage raining on somewhere.
Losing ground out there.
There's our general blind barrage there, missing everything.
Base is under attack.
Volksgrenadiers do fall back. Volksgrenadiers here are captured the missions point. The S player doesn't have a whole lot of resource points, that's for sure. Ooh, finds a landmine there, but wasn't a squad wipe or anything like that. Volksgrenadiers are getting overrun by these rifleman squad. They do fall back. And over here, got the 2 armor cars advancing. Hellcat, fresh Hellcat has been put on the field. Against all these armor cars, it's very understandable.
The Axis are winning the battle. Get back on the fight.
And these Volksgrenadiers are going to get by the sniper. But the zero of the infantry in this region has vet to support weapon. Rifleman squad does drop out a bar. The sniper squad needs to fall back rather soon. Stormtroopers find some good hits there. And the Volksgrenadiers are here to support them as well. I don't think the Rifleman squad will be able to get much damage there. Volksgrenadiers do pick up a bar, which is very good for them. Riflemen do get efficiency too. Stormtroopers now receiving quite a bit fire there, and the MG42 should suppress them relatively soon.
What are my coordinates?
That's a Stormtrooper squad spotted. And perhaps, and that's an STG squad as well. STG
Infantry
Stormtroopers
squad
will do a
reporting
lot of
casualties.
damage. Good at there.
AT paragraph now available.
Not really a useful ability at this point in time. He's lacking. He also needs supplies to drop in some more munitions. He did stockpile a bit of munitions there, but the Axis player has a lot of forces. Nebor for barrage raining on in, getting some good damage onto the engineers. Oh, this landmine is also wounded. Gotta go ahead and get that blood back in the landmine since it's so wounded.
Time to get out and see Jerry.
Nope, looks like Sniper does get Veteran Super 1 right there, hitting the MG42. The MG42 could get it wiped and actually fully destroyed if that next shot hits. Looks like he does lose vision range there. Stormtroopers camouflaging forward, that's the STG squad. Hellcat charging forward. May see if a couple Panzerfaust here. I know the Wehrmacht player has a lot of munitions stockpiled up. Scout cars, armored cars advancing. Sniper finds some hits there. Volksgrenadiers do throw out a grenade there, and that's the stun grenades. It's great damage there. 1, 2, 3, 4 does go down. The other one may be pursued. Does get a pen there.
Germans are seizing territory.
Ooh, and the Nebor Force along with that stun grenades getting some great damage there.
Sniper taking fire! Here, listen.
Does find a landmine there, very nice. Capture AT gun still back here. And does find that wounded the US landmine. Volksgrenadiers do receive a crush there, and they do a mass retreat by the Axis infantry. May have been a big panic retreat there, because I think the Stormtroopers could stick around for a little bit longer. And we've got the officer here with the production. Let's use the scout there. Oh no. Strafing run. Oh no. This is a...
Enemy unit down.
Oh! Was that 3 Volksgrenadiers wiped? Nasty. Oh, so nasty. Rifleman squad needs to fall back. The officer is now pushes his way forward. The officer uses his forced retreat.
We are losing ground.
That was nasty. That was really nasty. Nebwarfer, it looks like these Nebwarfers are now Veteran C3. The Lugers are firing away from the Nebwarfer and from the officer, trying to show the Hellcat who's boss. Rolls a miss there on the gun, but does get some splash. That's STG Stormtrooper. Where is the Pantrack Stormtrooper? Did that go down? Pantrack Stormtrooper's right here. Needs to camouflage. Nebwarfer does get fully destroyed. Two good hits there onto the Hellcat. Does recruit the AT gun there. AT gun fires and does get the kill there on the Hellcat. Though the 234 does go down as well. Taking out 3 Volks Grenadiers right there. The US player is definitely back in the game. Also grabs himself some weapons. Those don't hurt as well. Has plenty of munitions for another strafing run. Nebwarfer raining on in. The good hits there onto the Hellcat. We got a Nebwarfer barrage raining on here. That's a big blind barrage. And now we've got the Stormtroopers with Pantrix advancing, trying to hit this Hellcat now. Does roll a miss there. And those both hit there as well. Hellcat does go down.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Mortar and MG pushing their way forward. Trying to get that cutoff point. Yeah, most importantly, it's cutting off the munitions point there. Though, actuality, there's not a whole lot of fuel stored up either. Stormtroopers try to go for a grenade there, but does notice it's retreating back.
We are losing a sector.
Rifle squads advancing. Stormtrooper squads are falling on back.
Supply
here.
lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
Got some Stugs being deployed on out. Engineers are decapturing this point there. Does get a nice kill there, interrupt the capture, but doesn't totally stop it. Nebwarfer barrage raining on in. Pioneers falling on back. Got the MG42 here. Now the rifleman is advancing. Oh, reconnaissance run, and now strafing run somewhere. Oh, there was one model going down the Stormtroopers, not a wipe.
Enemy grenades have arrived.
The US player's not going for grenades. Stun grenades do connect with the rifleman squad, stunning them, and he does fall back. He does capture the MG42 as well. At this point in time, the US player may need to get out some more AT guns. He's spent some more fuel there. I think that may be for the supply yard. Definitely use a lot of fuel recently. It's stun grenade. Sticky bombs, there's various upgrades such as grenades, sticky bombs, and other things of that sort. Got another supply drop raining on in. Grenades have been thrown there as well, getting some good hits. Patrick's do roll a miss there. Does try to reclaim the captured AT gun. So he has the captured recaptured AT gun. Or recaptured captured AT gun. There we go. Nebwarfer barrage perhaps raining on somewhere over here. Potentially. It was one nasty strafing run. There's a reason why using these off-map abilities into command sectors was removed in Company Heroes 2. Stug does get a received hit there. There is this one over here as well. The captured AT gun does get a hit on the other one. Doesn't get the kill there. Sniper trying to make his way forward. Stormtroopers here with STGs advancing.
Enemy unit down.
And the captured AT gun does go ahead and get the kill. And yes, I'm going to continue saying that because I like it. Oh, an STG squad could have got the kill there if he was fast enough on the trigger. Does spot each other right there. Now, hit the sniper. That's probably a bit more dangerous than the AG. The MG fully gets destroyed there as well. Sniper gets wiped out. Great ambush right there. Now the captured AT gun may be recaptured. Rifleman squad is advancing. Does get a crit grenade there, but doesn't actually get any model kills. Does fall back. 2, 3, 4 is firing away. Patrick squad is advancing the other direction as the Rifleman squad is pushing the way forward. AT gun's advancing as well. Sticky bomb does connect with the 234. 234 may go down. Officer does force retreat the Rifleman squad and does save the 234. And now we've got stun grenades being thrown onto the Rifleman squad once again. That's gonna be hit. Ooh, he may hit himself right there. No, that was the frag grenade from the U.S. Rifleman.
Demolition units are now in supply.
AT gun does take out the 234 there. This Volksgrenadier does go down as well. And the Stug does have 2 levels of efficiency. Not sure if I mentioned that earlier. And this is 3 kills on that level warfare, so it must be relatively fresh. MG42 does find the Stormtrooper, suppressing them immediately. More supply crates being spawned out by the airborne. Oops. I don't know why. Sometimes when I click on the mini-map, it just careens off to the left. I have no idea why. And it's not the only game. It does it for Dawn of War 2 and Humpy Years 2 as well. Nebula Warfare Barrage, close range Nebula Warfare Barrage raining on in, but he was thinking he's going for the cutoff point and not for that heavy cover there. Of course, we've got the sword weapons here, and now, and it looks like it's at level 2 or level 1 production. I'm pretty sure that's going to be level 2 production. Grenade was thrown by the Rifleman. Does force back the Stormtroopers, but the grenade was not good. Stokes advancing. Does force back the Engineers. Nebula Warfare and Armor Car being redeployed. There is still this AT gun here. The captured AT gun is still right there, and we've got Demolition Charge here. Rifleman advancing, eyeing for a sticky bomb onto the 234.
Front shifting.
As its siege squad is advancing, Nebula Warfare Barrage raining on in. It may destroy the captured AT gun. Nope, it will rain far. Rifleman going for the captured AT gun, but they will get decrewed by the Stormtroopers, no problem. Did you see that tactical roll there by the Stormtrooper? Very tactical. Close range tactical roll.
They have 200 points left.
So the Rifleman squad does go ahead and... Oh, looks like some stray fire there. Does clean up the recaptured AT gun. And yes, I called it a recaptured AT gun because he recaptured it.
We're losing ground out there.
But now it's dead.
What are my coordinates? Weapons team ready.
MG42, that is not a 30 cal. MG42 is right there. Stug, still 2 levels of veterancy. Let's take a quick look at the Wehr player. No veterancy being selected. He has enough for manpower bullets, and that should... No, he needs to get the Stu before he gets out the Tiger Tank, so he cannot get out the Tiger Tank just yet. Though the Tiger Tank, with its current levels of veterancy, would be quite nice. Warfman Barrage raining on in, getting hits on that AT gun there, suppressing it and singeing it. And the Rifleman squad is falling on back. No light vehicle veterancy. Vet 3 support weapons, Vet 2 infantry. Looks like the officer is actually affected by infantry veterancy. Honestly, I'm so surprised that the officer is not affected by support weapons veterancy. Has a bit of resources stockpiled up. Not sure if he's gone for the final battle phase, but I don't think so. Deploying out something, another Nebula Warfare. And the Pioneers do get forced back there. Fresh US sniper, 1 kill. Two, 3, 4 does spot the rifleman. Never Warfare Barrage raining on in over here on top of the MG42. Good suppression across the line. Another Never Warfare Barrage raining in somewhere over here. May hit these forces, may detonate this demolition charge as well as the landmine. Nope, it's raining in farther than that. Does get a nice spread over there and does hit this guy a little bit as well. Recon run does come forward, and now here comes a bombing run. Oh, he has not paid attention. Does get one of them, main gun destroyed, but still has his engine. Rifleman starts to make his way forward, but that is enough damage there that even the Rifleman should be able to gun it down through the rear armor. Rifleman does throw a frag grenade there, wiping out the Pioneers, so really wounding the Panther Squad, drops the Panther Truck there, going to pick up the Panther Truck, the Vet 3 Rifleman. SC Squad roaming around, Rifleman still in the region. May find a Panther shot. No, he does not find a Panther shot on these forces. And it looks like a mortar raining on it. Looks like this player may have reclaimed the mortar from his, nope. Don't get, yeah, you can get mortars from that supply drop, so I'm not sure where that mortar may be actually at. Definitely has it recruited. Fresh 2, 3, 4 there. Looks like he's going for another 2, 3, 4. Yep, another 2, 3, 4. This one is getting repaired up by the Pioneers now. Officer charging forward with his pistol, Luger.
Germans are seizing territory from us. The enemy is
I
down
wonder
to
what variant of
100
Luger he
points.
has. Apparently I found out today that there was, for the artillery officers, there was actually a special Luger they were given to them. It had an extended barrel as well as sight to help them range out their Luger to reach up to 800 meters. I can hardly hit 30 meters with a handgun, let alone 800. Stokes going to be firing some rounds onto the Sherman tank now. I wonder if that sight was mostly meant for help trying to range out something to call in artillery itself, not necessarily the Luger. Sherman tank has received a hit there. Sherman tank's a relatively rare thing to see, but it will be very effective versus the 2-3-4s. Does not find the landmine there. Warfman finds a direct hit there on the mortar. And so likely he will get burned. Yeah, that's decrewed. The mortar itself will not get burned down, but is receiving quite a bit of damage there from the damage over time. Rifleman squad is advancing with the Panther Shrek. May find a hit there on one of these 2-3-4s. Panther Shrek squad does fall back there. Sends a hit there on 2-3-4. Oh, and now got the long barrel 76mm. Oh, I do like seeing these. They're much more durable than Hellcats. So if you lose too many Hellcats, pull out the long barrel 76. Much more durable. Sniper is still in the region, able to spot for the potential bombing run in about half a minute when he gets enough munitions. Rifleman can also be used for spotting, but this camouflage sniper, I think is not meant. Oh, does get decamouflaged there for a moment. I think that camouflage sniper is meant for spotting, not for sniping. Good damage there on the Rifleman squad, does get forced back. And the engineer squad does receive quite a bit of fire as well. The Sherman tank starting to advance. Stug could find some shots there, but both of them getting repaired up. Pioneer is advancing, so is the camouflage stormtroopers.
Ready to get this done.
Does spot the uncamouflaged STG. Oh, Sherman smoke. That's actually something pretty rare. And now going for a Hellcat. Seeing some fire there. We may see the Sherman smoke right now. Bombing run coming on in. May not be enough munitions for it. Great hits there onto, and not actually that great actually. Never Warfare Barrage rang in once again. And the sniper receives some pretty good hits there. Does get suppressed, but will stay alive if assuming he doesn't crawl into the fire.
We are winning this battle.
He almost burned himself to death right there. 234 is advancing towards the flanks.
Hellcat on the field.
Hellcat has been deployed on out.
Losing ground out there.
Engineers
And these engineers will get ripped apart by the autocannons. That's likely going to be a wiped squad. They do fall back and they're no longer stacked up each other. STG squad flanking around. Warferman, not Warferman, Never Warfer's getting some great hits there and does burn the engineers to death. Over here, Rifleman squad advancing, trying to hit this VP. May have spotted that Hellcat there. Hellcat's in pursuit of the armored cars. There's currently 3 of them as well. He needs more Stugs. He should have enough command points for a Tiger tank, right? Yeah. Save up a Tiger tank. Don't get out more armored cars. Get out Tiger tank. 234 does go down there to the Pantrek sticky bomb combination. And do got the smoke grenade thrown out by the Sherman tank now. Hellcat still roaming around. Sherman tank throws a bounce there. It's a bounce there with the Hellcat as well. Sherman may receive a Never Warfare barrage right there. Does take out the Stug. The Axis player is actually down to 20 tickets.
Must turn the battle immediately.
He's almost actually out of tickets right now. Forced retreat there by the Rifleman, but that was way too late. Let's get a sticky bomb there. Takes up 2, 3, 4. Officer trying to capture that point, but there's a double capture, and the one point that's captured up, he captures right here. So getting this point here will slow down the ticket bleed by from 2 to 1, and then eventually neutralize it out. Assuming nothing's going to capture the central VP, which he needs to get something captured up as soon as
Enemy
possible there.
unit down.
Pioneer does go down there. We've got the Stormtroopers Pantreks right here. They need to throw a bundle grenade right here. Or, not bundle grenade, just a grenade. Grenade throw. It does get a wipe there. The sniper receives some Pantrek fire, does avoid them. Pioneer's trying to decapture that point now. This point has been captured up by the officer. The officer may be dead there. Tiger Panzer is here. Does receive a sticky bomb there from the Rifleman. Over here, we got the Pioneers capturing up the victory point there, as we got the Stormtroopers now suppressed. Warfman barrage running on in on top of the, both of them running on top of the M242. And he may get singed to death there, receiving some damage over time. He's just kind of capture the point there. We got the Stormtroopers fully pinned there. I'm not sure what that means.
Infantry squad lost.
Does lose the engineer there. The game is not over just yet, because the Stormtroopers camouflaged in time. Paratroopers dropping on in. Paratroopers dropping on in over here. Over there, okay. I was wondering if it's going to drop on top of the Tiger tank. If you were to drop a paratrooper unit on top of a unit, will they instantly get crushed? Will they get crushed in mid-air? I honestly have no idea about that. Let's throw a sticky bomb there on the Tiger tank. Still has this engine damage, so receives a bit of damage there. Paratroopers are fired up over here. There is a dropped bar here that the paratroopers could pick up. Now I got the single STG, Vet 2, single STG versus the paratroopers who are exhausted. And I think the STG will win out. Warferman takes up the sniper there.
Forces are taking casualties.
And it's starting to reinforce the paratrooper now. Not trying to fight it out with that single STG. Paratrooper goes down to the Sherman tank. And try and get that reinforced. Pantrek does roll a miss there and a hit. Sherman tank's severely wounded. Does get a second model right there. Has picked up the bar there. And the 76mm Sherman tank will likely go down. Tiger tank engaging the engineers. The Wehrmacht player is still fighting it out. Engine still damaged. The Pioneers will wipe out the engineers. Paratroopers trying to decapture this point. Decapturing the point could bleed out his opponent. It all depends how quickly he can capture up this point. This point has been decaptured there.
Observation posts report we are losing
One ticket down.
being reported.
And that's the end of the game. He blood out on tickets. That's the end of the replay. The person who, the Wehrmacht player, so I just now saw your message a bit late. It was, oh, not world. Vesat as the water. But either way, this is Anne Gray saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.